Hello and welcome to Code Club. I am Miss Laura and today we are going to be making our very own stress balls in Scratch. So I hope you can follow along with these instructions with me as we make a sprite and we make it do very similar things to this. Of course, you can choose your own soundtrack, which I will show you later. All right, everyone. So to be able to do this particular exercise, you're going to go to a Raspberry Pi. So that's where we're at. We're going to go to projects. And then we can type in what we want, or you can use the link that is with this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to go to add a sprite. So we're going to open Scratch in a new tab. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us our cat sprite, which is, the logo of Scratch. Well, we don't really want him. We want to use a stress ball, so it has to be a ball. So we're going to come down here. We deleted him with the little garbage can. And we're going to come here and we're going to choose a sprite. So you can go and look through everything, but I'm going to look for sports. Or you can choose like a tennis ball if you want, or you can just do all. And there's different balls here. So we're going to do a ball. And our ball is really tiny right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him bigger. I'm going to make him 300. So he's much larger and able to be seen a little bit easier. So then remember, when you actually have a sprite already here, we can go over here to costumes. So here's our sprite, and we have all these different colors of ball that we want. So I think I'm going to do a pink ball. And then I have these different outlines. I'm going to choose the circle so I can put a face on this ball so he looks like an actual, squeeze toy. So there's one eye, two eyes, and then I'm going to give him a big crazy mouth. How's that? And then right down here, we can have him have a very funny looking mouth and move it wherever you want. So I think it's a little too crazy. Give him a little less sideways. All right, so you can design your sprite to look however you want. You can give him hair. So you can come in here and do some crazy hair. Or you can say, no, I don't want to do that, and you can get rid of it with using the back button. Okay, so we have a sprite. He is on the board here. I'm going to give him a background because I think backgrounds are cool. So you can come here and choose a background. You have all these different potential backgrounds, but I think you can, so this is the neon tunnel from the video. I'm going to use rays, because then it looks like he's coming at you. So that's what I'm going to do. So at this point, if you are following along with the Scratch stress ball instructions, we have already done page 1. And we are all the way down to adding a face. So once you've added your face, then you can actually go on to squash it. So this is where we're going to figure out how to make our little guy squash. So I am going to go back to code. So take this little guy and take it to code. And then you're going to want to make sure that you select your sprite. So select the sprite and make sure that he's selected. So that way when we go to events, you can say when the sprite is clicked, when this sprite is clicked, then I can go to looks because I'm going to have to make him go squash. We're going to say that we need to change his effect. So you can do color, you can do a fisheye. So a fisheye, when you click on him, is going to go outwards. Or you can do a whirl. And if I reset, you can see he just goes into a swirly swirl. You can do pixelate, which I don't think is going to work so much for a stress ball. So the two best ones for a stress ball are really the fisheye, where you're like squeezing him and his eyes pop, or when you whirl and he gets all like mixed up in the face. So I'm going to go with fisheye. And then in our instructions, once you have that done, then you get to change what the effect number is. So you can do a full 100 if you want, or you can stick to like what I have, which is 25, or I can make this a little bit deeper so that way he goes a little further out every time you click. So then it wants you to add a noise. So we're going to add a noise. So we have sounds. So we're going to go to the sound button and we're going to do play a sound when it's done. So right now, pop and boing are your only two options. But if you want to change the number of options you have, then you can come here to sounds. So you can see pop and boing are here. But you can add sounds by going down to the bottom down here. I think my screen's in the way a little bit. So you can come here and you can choose new sounds. So if you wanted to do effects, so that's what these are, you can do a boop bang. So when you play that, it sounds like you're doing something. Or you can do clangs, you can do coins, you can do all sorts of different ones. You could do a doorbell, you could do squeaks, you could do a slide whistle. There's all sorts of different ones that you can choose. If you make your little squeeze guy look like an alien, you can make him look like an alien. So there's all sorts of different things that you can choose. And remember, those of you who have been with Miss Amber and I, that when you're in here, you have all sorts of different things where you can change the way different things are. You can shorten this, you can make it slower or faster or fade in or fade out. So we can say this, we want it to fade out. So it stops. So you can change this music however you want the sound effect. So now when I'm in code, instead of it making a pop sound, I can have it play whatever it is that I chose. So the next step, once we have our effect, is we need to then make sure everything goes back to normal. Because once you stop squeezing or clicking, you want it to go back to normal. So you're going to go to looks and you're going to find clear graphic effects. So we're going to go to looks and it has clear graphic effects. So now when we hit this, it's making my noise. And once the noise stops, it clears it and it goes back to 1. So that's the basics of this. Once you're done, you can keep going. So you can shrink it, you can make it bigger, so that way like the face gets weird. You can do all sorts of things with your shrink for your stress ball. So this is Laura, and I hope you guys show us your your stress balls. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your February. In 2 weeks, look for Miss Amber's Code Club. See you later, guys.